Let's talk about, which one do you want to talk about first, Paul? Loan modification torture? All right. Hey, these guys get what they deserve. I don't think anybody should be tortured or kidnapped or pistol whipped with a gun. But when you're playing in a life of crime, all right, because it is crime when you're scamming homeowners, and then, the guy that you're in business with, screws you out of some money that you scammed from a homeowner, but he owes you that money, and you're going to go kidnap him and pistol whip him and torture him. That's what happened here, folks. A loan modification company was basically scamming homeowners. I don't know if every deal they were scamming homeowners, but they had an illegal operation, all right? And these guys, Luis Garcia and Lamont Dean, were actually running the company, and they ended up being victims of some guys that they owed money to, because the guys they owed money to, they needed their money. They wanted their money. And Lamont Dean and Luis Garcia were squeezing them out of the deal. They were like, nah, you guys aren't getting your cash. Screw you guys. So these guys got a little pissed, and they got a couple thugs with them, got some guns, and lured them to the house where they decided to pistol whip the guys. They tied them up and scared the living shit out of these guys for, I guess, a few hours in their own office. And this is what happens when you're involved in a life of crime. This kind of thing can happen. Luis Garcia, from what I'm told, and this Lamont Dean were no angels, but they didn't deserve to get tortured and kidnapped. And these people that did this, that got burned out of their money, they were, I guess, getting referrals for $500 a deal. So they would go get a homeowner. This happened in Burbank, LA, Los Angeles area, and they're all being held without bail, or like $1 million bails in Los Angeles County Jail, which is the worst jail in the world. And apparently these guys were referring them to Lamont Dean and Luis Garcia for $500 a pop. They would go get a homeowner and then refer them over to them. They would do the deal, and then they would give them $500. I guess the guys Lamont Dean and Luis Garcia said, you know what, screw you guys, you're not involved in our operation no more, and we're not paying you. And those guys got pissed off, and this is what happened. And now these guys are facing 100 years each, probably more. They'll probably get 25, 30, 40, 50 years each. So it's not worth it if you're going to go, teach someone a lesson in old school law. This ain't the wild, wild west. You can't just take the law into your own hands, whether you're, a homeowner or, you're professional, and someone burns you. Can we get this thing to work? Shit! Anyways, okay. So loan modification, torture, scamming. The alleged crime was a dispute over loan modifications and money. And the La Cañada residents are Mary Ann Parmalee and Daniel Weston, both 52. The two other alleged attackers are Mario Gonzalez, 47, of Glendale, and Marissa Parker, 49, of Sylmar. And they were all involved in this scheme. Apparently a couple of the guys were hired thugs. And it's sick. It's going to get sick. It's going to get worse. It's going to get harder out there. The scams, the crime. It's not going to get better. There's no jobs. There's no money. When people don't have money, they do desperate things. All right? When desperate people are desperate and hungry, they're going to do desperate things. All right? And a lot of these professionals, these mortgage guys, these real estate guys, they're used to living high in the hog, driving 750 Beamers, martini lunches and everything. And now they don't have that, and they're going to do what they can to get money. And they're going to use their mind and their mouth to deceive people and steal from people. And it's not going to stop. They're going to get more clever, and they're going to get more smart. But we only have so many cops out there, so many attorney generals, so many law enforcement, and you guys got to watch out for yourself.